And this one right here, this is literally my favorite principle about sales. It's one of the easiest, and it's one of the things that people forget. They think that every sale is different, and it's not, okay? The way that you interact with different people is gonna be different. However, the outcomes are the same. Fundamentally, sales comes down to the balance between what we want and desire most in our life and what we fear most in our life. And where that intersection comes in is when we take action. Let me say that again. Sales is the balance between what we desire most in our life and what we fear most in our life. And it's the decision-making process comes in the intersection of both of those things. Now, that's a great philosophy tip, but you're probably asking me, well, Brian, how do I apply that to my business? How do I apply it right now? Hear me on this. People do not buy things. They buy the way that those things make them, that's right, the way they make them feel. And so if you want to get someone to purchase a product, I don't care if it's a B2C product, a B2B product, or you're selling to large corporations like I do. Every single person has this balance between pain and pleasure, the things they desire most and the things that they fear the most. And so you want to be able to pull on those two strings in order to get someone to a yes. Do you follow what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Okay. So how do you do it? When you get on a call, you got to recognize that human beings want something in their life, or they wouldn't have been on a call with you in the first place. And they also are running from the things they do not want in their life. Pain and pleasure, what they desire and what they fear the most. When you're on your sales calls, when you open a sales call, you're gonna want to get to what it is that they want. What is their outcome? Hey, I'm on this call. I'll give you an example. Hey, I'm on this call right now because I understand that you reached out because you're looking for a product like this. Is that right? Awesome. And in order for me to serve you on this call, I need to know what it is that you really want. I need to know what your target is. What are you after? Okay. Then once you ask them what they're after, you're going to go layers deeper in the whys. Okay. So let me back this up again. The principle that we're going over today is pain and pleasure. The principle that we're going over is the intersection between what human beings desire most in their life and what they fear most in their life. And that intersection is when people make a decision. So step number one to getting someone to a yes using the pain and pleasure principle is this: uncovering what it is that they desire and why they desire it. What is it that they're after? I'll give you an example. If I was selling iPhones, right, and I was making a commission off of iPhones, or my business was a reseller of iPhones, I wouldn't say, hey, here's everything that you need to know about this iPhone. I wouldn't start word vomiting everything that I know about iPhones. That's ridiculous. Why is it ridiculous? Because I don't know why you're using the iPhone first. I don't know why you want it. First, you may want epic camera features. You may not even use the camera. You may want to be able to connect it with your computer at home using iCloud. You may want to use it because you want to get the earbuds. This is one singular product, but the reason that someone wants this product is going to be very different. We want to uncover the deep reasons why someone wants it. That's step number one. Why are you in here to get an iPhone? I'm here to serve you and get your outcome. And I understand that that's because you want a phone today. Is that right? Yes. Why do you want a phone? What's most important for you? What are you going to use the phone for? Now, when you get that phone and you're able to do those things that you like, how will that make you feel? What's the purpose that you're doing it? Notice how I'm in multiple different ways. I'm going layers deeper into the desires that they have, where they want to go, why they're purchasing that product or service or whatever it is. Once I've uncovered why someone wants something and I get to the deep reasons why, and I get very specific, I now know as the sales professional or entrepreneur who's selling that I can serve their outcome. Most people in sales are incongruent. They think that they're forcing someone or they're muscling people into a yes. However, If you get someone to tell you exactly why they want something, it then becomes our moral obligation to serve them and get it to them. So step number one is uncovering their deepest desires, why they want something. Step number two is uncovering the pain or the fears or the doubts that they have. So they want this iPhone and they want it because they love camera features and they heard that iPhone has the best camera features. Now I know what to sell them on. They just told me what to sell them on. I'm not guessing. Now I know their outcome. That's step one. Step two is, well, what's preventing you from getting an iPhone so far? Well, I didn't have the money. Or, how long have you wanted an iPhone? That's a great question. How long have you wanted an iPhone? I've wanted one for a year or two now. So why is it important for you to get one now? If you don't get an iPhone, or if you don't get the product that you want, what's that going to cost you? What is it going to prevent you from doing? See, I use multiple different questions to get them to feel the emotion of fear or doubt or pain, not to manipulate them, but to serve them. Because if someone desires a product or service, they told you why they want it, but then they've also told you it's been 10 years and they haven't gotten what they wanted, I want to uncover all the layers deep as to why they haven't gotten it. And I want to stack that feeling of a little bit of discomfort. I also want to stack the feeling of what life could be like, the pleasure, the amazing things that could happen should they get that. So again, let's go back. In order to sell things, we want to use the most basic principle. It's the one that I've used to break records. It's number one is we want to uncover their deepest desires. Why do they want something? What are the deep layers? Why? I'm curious. Get very curious and get very excited about all those layers that they have. Then you're going to uncover why they haven't gotten it, how long they've wanted it, what the cost will be should they not take action today. And then the third thing that you want to do is you want to refocus them on a compelling future. Okay, so this is why you want it. This is why you need to do it now. If you were to take action today, what would that look like? What would it feel for you to take action today? What would you do with it today should you move forward? 3 steps into closing any business. Now hear me on this. This doesn't come from theory. I went from being a junior high school PE teacher to breaking sales records, not because I was the best salesperson, but because this one principle of understanding pain and pleasure and how decision-making comes in the cross-section between those two. Remember this fundamental principle. Most people are going to move faster to avoid their pains, to avoid their discomforts, than they will to get what they want. That's why you don't have a lot of millionaires on planet Earth. That's why you have a very small percentage of people that actually get what they want, because it's harder to get ourselves to drive forward for what we want than it is to run away from our pains, fears, and doubts. So use those 3, 1, 2, 3, use those 3 steps in order to sell your products and services this week. Hey, did you like what you heard today? Did you get some good tips for sales? Awesome. There's more where that came from when you hit that subscribe button right here below. It's exactly what you need to hear next in order to double your sales in a shorter period of time. Whether it's 6 or 7 figures or even 8 that you're after, you're going to want to hit that subscribe button below to get even more free content. Plus, my team typically puts some other links here below so you can snag some more free content of mine so that you can close even more business. So check out those links below, subscribe. I'll see you soon.